Hi! Thank you so much for tuning in to your Written in the Stars February 2017 Horoscope. I'm so excited to see you. If we haven't met before, my name is Madeline, and if you're back, I really appreciate it and thank you so much. As usual, I'll be doing two different readings for you during this video. Your Horoscope, which is a really overarching look at the whole story for the month, and then a really laser-focused spread to give you some action steps to take and a theme to sort of focus on to make the most of your month. Of course, it's going to be Valentine's Day, and February is for lovers. And Venus, the planet of love and beauty, has just entered Aries, so I'm expecting things to really heat up, and we may see some of that in your reading. But you can also tune into your first ever Written in the Stars video horoscope to see where she's lighting up your chart specifically. So thank you again for tuning in. I hope you will let me know what you think of these horoscopes. I would love, love, love to hear from you, and I hope that it provides you some great insight and empowerment for the month. Without further ado, on to your reading. Hey Virgo, it is nice to see you. I hope that you are having a good February so far, and I'm excited to see what is ahead for you. Virgo, February 2017. Virgo, February 2017. Virgo, if you haven't seen one of my videos before, you will see me turning cards right side up that come in upside down. I'm an intuitive reader, so I do not read reversed cards as arbitrarily negative or muted in their energy. So I turn them right side up really just so that you can see them and use your own intuition when you see the figures on the cards. If there is some change in the meaning, I will definitely communicate that if Spirit communicates that to me, though. I've gotten a couple questions about that in the past, so I just want to explain that. Okay, Virgo, February 2017. Nice. Very nice, Virgo. Okay, Virgo, February. Virgo, February, Virgo, and February. Wow, 3 words, okay. Virgo, February 2017. Okay. Just make sure you can see everybody here. Okay, we're at a little bit of a slant. That's probably making you crazy, isn't it, Virgo? I apologize. Okay, that's a little better. At least you can see everybody. Okay, so Virgo, the first thing that Spirit says is that you should be proud of yourself this month. In February, you come in strong right away, that you've had a breakthrough recently. Spirit says that you've gotten very real with something or someone in your life, and these are general readings, Virgo, so I won't, at some point Spirit gives me specifics, but I do try to keep these accessible for everyone that's listening to them, everyone of Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. So please pay attention to what resonates in you as you hear each message, even if it's coming through with a slightly different tone to it. Okay, so some of you, as I said, have spoken the truth or laid down the law or put a strong boundary in your relationship or your career, and you are taking steps toward a new sort of equality, a better platform, Spirit just said. So for some of you, a platform is what's important, and you're really securing your future is what Spirit is saying. So again, really be proud of yourself. You've had a breakthrough, and you're going to be seeing the the fruits of your labor. There's more equality coming into your life, and it's coming as a result of your devoted effort, your work. So for those of you that are feeling like, what breakthrough? Like, gosh, I haven't made a breakthrough. The way that you're going to make a breakthrough is by deciding what the truth is for you and then putting one foot in front of the other on the way to that truth. So if there is some ideal that you want to be, and let's take something exceptionally simple, like I want to be healthy. Well, take a step and start eating one salad every day. Don't change anything else about your diet if that's not feeling right. Just introduce one really good healthy habit, take the step, and see how that unfolds. But for many of you, I'm really feeling that you're already on your way to establishing and feeling the milestones again of like the fruits of this labor. And you have great wealth and security ahead of you and accessible to you in February. And of course, Virgo, tarot is not fatalistic, and your free will, of course, overrules everything and runs everything in your life. But tarot does give a very accurate and detailed reflection of what's going on with you right now in this moment as a result of your past and current decisions. Hey, sorry about that, Virgo. Okay, so Spirit is saying that you have reached this plateau as a result of your hard work, many of you, because again, these are general readings. But many of you are forecast to experience more harmony, more blessings and equilibrium, like getting paid more, like some kind of promotion or some kind of, Spirit just said, tenure. So some of you are receiving something that really establishes you. Spirit is using that word very clearly. Like you feel more established. You feel like someone bought a house. Like, pardon me, you're making more of a foundation, a solid foundation. And that's a really beautiful thing to see because as you have ascended to this plateau or like built yourself or solidified this foundation, there is this evolution coming into your life. There is this new phase that you're being ushered into. Spirit is like showing me like this doorway that you are meant to walk through, pass through. And again, like I said, everything is within your free will, Virgo. So, you know, you do whatever you want, but Spirit is talking about there is more romance coming into your life. And many of you, this is via a person, like someone coming into your life who just injects poetry and sensuality, and that doesn't always have to be romantic or sexual, but for many of you, yes, it will be, because again, these are general. But for some of you, this will not be a person, but a feeling, a romantic notion, as they say. So while some of you will be having these passionate love affairs, or that these love affairs that you're in take you to sort of new heights, and to a new place spiritually and emotionally. Others of you will be diving into things that other people might consider to be quote-unquote romantic notions, like social justice or getting paid to make your art. Things that other people think might seem just really like, oh, well, that's a nice idea, but that kind of thing. Like, no. Not for you, Virgo. You're very capable of separating the wheat from the chaff and really being a self-made person. I mean, that is who you are. You are not afraid to put in a day's hard work to grow. Even like, it's funny, Spirit just said, like, not even necessarily to make money. Like, I'm just here to learn a skill. I'm just here to learn how to plant. I'm here to learn how to lead, is what Spirit just said. So many of you are going to go through this change. Those of you who decide willingly to go through this evolution once you reach this plateau and go even further. Because Spirit is showing me all kinds of wonderful stuff, more money, more establishment, even the romance. And yet, Virgo, the thing is, evolution always comes at a bit of a cost. Like, shedding skin is a process, and shedding a skin can be painful if it's done very quickly. So, of course, as I'm telling you all these wonderful things, I want to balance this out by saying Spirit does have caveats here. The evolution, this combination of cards down here is the caveat. This is what Spirit is saying, okay? Like, the Four of Pentacles here is about being boxed in and trapped by your own limitations, fears of scarcity. Like, maybe you don't think you're enough, or maybe you're afraid to color outside the lines or step outside of your comfort zone because, you know, change is frightening. And maybe you've reached this plateau and you feel very comfortable, and there's nothing wrong with that. But again, Spirit is speaking about what's for your highest good, so I will just relay their messages. Take what you like and leave the rest, of course. But in conjunction with this Seven of Cups here, and the Seven of Cups is about having many options in front of you and feeling sort of scattered because you want so many things, and it muddies the waters and keeps you from focusing. And when you focus on 7 things, you can't get probably any of them. And even if you did, you can't really enjoy them because your energy is scattered amongst all these other things. So Spirit is saying don't paralyze yourself and box yourself in with the imposing amount of options, and analysis paralysis is a real thing, Virgo. Don't get stuck there. They're saying take a step down a path because that's pretty much the only way to know whether or not you're going to like it. Some of the choices you will be able to eliminate based on like just intuition and pure vibe. Like, no, I do not want to have a relationship with that person, or no, that job just sounds awful, so I'm not going to accept that offer. But some of the choices will not be so clear, and they will require you just taking the physical action and trying the thing out and doing it and seeing how it feels to you. So Spirit wants you to take action, but before that, they definitely want to make sure that you do celebrate the wins that you've had and the efforts that you've made and like the fruits that those efforts have yielded for you. So take the time to sort of sit back and marvel at what you've done, and consider that if you were always doing something for someone else, like always at their service, always working hard so that they could live and eat and have rent and all that, and they just never ever said thank you, like how much you would resent them. So sit back and take time to thank yourself and really be like, wow, look at everything that I have accomplished up to this point. That is not a waste of time. That is going to propel you forward. It's a very worthwhile and energizing and truly, I mean unironically, magical experience. It's like a shot. It's your magical Popeye spinach, all right? And it's going to help prevent you from doing this, the analysis paralysis, the fear of all the choices and all the possibilities. You're going to do great, Virgo, and you are going to be publicly acknowledged for how far you've already come this month. Many of you will be getting like a good performance review, or like reviews on your work, like, and when I say the other kind of review, I mean like, you know, written reviews, like criticisms, like positive feedback on your work. Public acknowledgement, applause, your name in print or in lights. So expect to be acknowledged, whether it's by your local community and your friends and family, all the way up to the media. Again, the message here is evolution is more than possible. And it will take some breaking out of your shell, which is not always easy, but it's looking to be very worthwhile. And if your cards leading up to this month have been any indicator, you've already done a lot of evolving and you're already seeing some positive results and rewards for it. So maybe ask yourself, you know, maybe it's worth it. Maybe it's worth it to keep willingly changing and trying new things. Okay, so now let us look at your fiercely focused spread and get a little more, even more focused, and get some practical, productive steps in here. Because I know that practical and productive is totally your thing, and I can completely get behind that. So first we're going to pick a theme card, and then we will pick 4 other cards for the physical, mental, emotional, and creative, spiritual, energetic type steps that you need to take this month to make the most of it. Virgo, February 2017. What is in the highest good for Virgo, February 2017 to know, understand, invoke, or be prepared for February 2017 jumper. Ah, yay! Okay, Virgo, the Chariot. There is one card in the tarot for ultimate victory, ultimate achievement, and overcoming the opposition, and that is the Chariot. You have all the capability and the drive to do what you want. So it's like, wow, that is like spiritual green lights, okay? That is like, take the reins. And wow, Spirit just said, like, when I said reins, they were like, and rein in your energy. And they're referencing that Seven of Cups. Like, rein in your focus, rein in your energy. If you work on 2 or 3 cups versus 7, you can get a lot more drunk. Okay, and I don't mean, sorry, that sounded really wrong. I didn't mean you can get a lot more tipsy. I meant you can get a lot more of the liquid imbibed. Why did I still use a drunkenish term? You know what I mean. You will be able to drink more and enjoy more from 3 cups than from like 7 cups. You will just make yourself sick if you try to drink 7 cups worth, okay? Whoa. Okay, Spirit's like, get on with it. I'm gonna throw these cards everywhere. Okay, Virgo. Now let's see what you need to know about the like physical, financial, material realm of your life. Steps you need to take in that area in February 2017 for your highest good. Wow. That is the same card, different deck from your first reading. That is the equanimity, the harmony, the repayment and generosity. And Spirit is saying in this case, like, a lot of you are receiving karmic gifts because you have been generous. And Spirit is drawing my eye to the beggar and saying that a lot of you have literally given to like the homeless or given a lot to charities recently. And you're going to see like a surprise windfall, like a check you weren't expecting, or like somebody wants to buy something from you or give something to you that is worth a lot. Like I'm really feeling like there's a gift exchange happening that really works in your favor. So enjoy that, Virgo, because apparently you've done some good things in order to deserve it. A lot of you have. Okay. Now let's see what's going on with you mentally. Woo! All right. He was ready to jump right out. Okay, so this is what you'll be thinking and speaking about in February, Virgo. You're lightening your load. This is a really good card to see as a remedy, sort of, for that Seven of Cups about needing to focus and not like spread your energy in like so many directions that it becomes wasteful. Because the Seven of Cups is about saying like, oh, okay, you know what, I can't carry all this, I can't keep all this on my mind, so I'm going to put these 2 things aside and carry these 5 swords and walk away. You know what I'm saying? And Spirit is really pointing out to me the fact that 2 of the swords are planted and saying that for many of you, don't be concerned that if you, for example, put aside your manuscript and put it in a drawer or file it away on your computer and say like, look, now is not the season of my life where I'm going to be working on this, but I'm keeping it because it is worth something to me and because I'm going to work on it again. Putting your focus elsewhere does not mean that you're giving up on the things that you put aside necessarily. Some of those things for some of you, because again, Virgo, these are general readings, and if you do want to go a little deeper and some of this is resonating in a way that makes you want to know more, I have linked my shop below if you'd like to book a one-on-one with me. I would love to work with you. But for all of you, regardless, there is some sense in which you need to be reassured that you're not... Okay, so they're saying that some of you, again, sorry, it's because there's so many messages coming in at once, and that's why I feel compelled to say that these are general readings as all these messages pour in. Some of you, it's right for you to just delete certain things, projects, worries, tasks from your life, and others of you feel reassured and secure that you're not putting them away forever. You're putting them away so that you can prioritize and focus on other things that are either more urgent Or again, this is just the season of your life where that is what you can take care of. Spirit just said some of you are pregnant. So it's like, okay, look, this isn't the season of your life to plant your first vegetable garden. This is like, you might be on bed rest, or you might need to be really relaxed. So pick up something else that, like, okay, you wanted to read a book a week. Maybe now's the time for that. So abide by the seasons of your life and don't try to carry so much, all right? You can do a lot, Virgo, and you're very capable, but don't overburden yourself. It's right for you to lighten your load. Okay, so now let's see what's going on with you emotionally in February 2017. What does Virgo need to know? Oh, dropped right out again. Spirit is all about like pulling these right out for me. Okay, so there is a partnership blossoming in February, Virgo. It's a very nice, equal partnership, and I find it very interesting that it's popping up alongside the equality of the Six of Pentacles, and then that Knight of Cups in your previous reading, and the romance that you're coming into. Now, to see this is like, again, general readings, Virgo, but for so many of you, this could be, if not falling in love, even just the first spark of a really exciting infatuation and attraction and enjoyable like flirtation that could definitely, it has the potential to blossom into more. Whether or not it does is of course very personal to you, to all Virgos who are hearing this now. But there is something here, and there is something, wow. Spirit is really highlighting that house in the background. So they're really saying that for some of you, this really is like goodness, like this is like someone who you could really have a future with. And here's the other thing. Spirit is saying that for some of you, this is not a romantic partnership, even just in the cases that some of you, you've been married to somebody for a long time and you're really happy. So there isn't like a new blossoming relationship in a romantic sense, but there is a blossoming partnership. Like I said, that could be business or creative. That could be somebody that you just have a really great chemistry with that has nothing to do with romance and everything to do with creativity and spiritual rapport. So enjoy that blossoming partnership, and Spirit is giving like full speed ahead on that. So right now that's looking like a very good thing. So for those of you who that resonates with and you're feeling like, okay, that's the new friend that I just met, or the coworker that just started working here who I have a really good feeling about, or the new girl I'm dating or boy I'm dating or whatever, this is looking pretty good. I would be pretty excited if I were a Virgo. Okay. And now let us look finally at what is really energizing you this month. What is like sparking your imagination, your creativity. Ooh, alrighty. Or causing conflict, because wands are fire. Okay, so you're defending yourself this month. And it's really interesting, the 7 and 7, and then you had the 7 of Cups. So it's like you've been taking on a lot, Virgo. And it's time to knock a few things down. Just like you need to set aside a few tasks, it's like you need to put up some boundaries and knock aside a few people that are just kind of like, it's like too many cooks spoil the broth. Like there's just way too much energy and static. It's like too much energy to the point of like you're going to short something out. You don't want to burn out. So you don't want people around you that are like draining your energy or causing too much heat to the point where it's like, oh my God, it's not a matter of you're not strong enough, because you are, but it's going to take a lot of your energy to balance everything. So again, Spirit is just saying, and bring more flow into your life by leaving out things that are not contributing to the flow, like getting rid of things that are actually, if anything, backing up the flow and keeping things from going in the direction that you want them to. Because you are definitely heading for great things. You just need to focus on the things that you really want, and then you're going to have it. And especially if you decide that you're working with somebody on those things that you want, or what you want is a loving family and you've just met somebody who you feel really excited about, whatever the case, Virgo, things are looking very good for you in February. I'm really excited for you, and I'm really grateful. Thank you again for tuning in and listening, and I hope that you'll let me know what you thought of this. Please, in the comments, let me know if anything rang bells for you, or if you have any questions. I would love to hear that too. Or hit me up on social media. That would be awesome as well. Thank you again for joining me, Virgo. Hope to see you in March. Bye-bye.